Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom.
Welcome. Why am I echoing? I'm getting an echo over here. Did something come on? No, you know what it is? I think the volume is coming from there. Anyway, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another class with the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. Y'all know the deal. We are out here in Norfolk, Virginia, and no, it's in the settings on the top. We are out here. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We want to welcome anybody local in the area to come join us. If y'all have any questions, you can log in. You can ask questions online. Yeah, go ahead. Finish up. Let me see.
Yes, sir. We're out of Virginia. All right. You know our class times, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. All right. We have Friday night class as well, 7 to 9 p.m. the Sabbath night. We have a school in Houston, 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard. We got Priest S.O.W and the brothers out there holding it down. All right, so if you're in the area, please visit them. They have class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 9 p.m., as well as Sabbath morning classes from 10 to 2 o'clock, all right? And Houston is going to be holding children's class as well every Saturday, every Sabbath day at 2 p.m. All right, we have a school in San Antonio, 4219 Centergate Street. They've been there over 25 years. Go by, check them out. The brothers, beautiful teachers out there, all right, that have been teaching the word. And you can check out their channel as well, ISBHBK, I believe, SA, as well as Albuquerque. And Albuquerque is getting their building and things together to hold class out there as well, all right?
Check out our main channel, y'all. Support that, as well as brothers and sisters online from that channel. Support this channel. We're all the same school. We just expanding. So y'all know y'all get classes Monday to Saturday. When you go from their classes, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays with ours also. Well, they're Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, live. All right.
And if you can, share the YouTube, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So that we can go live when we do street speaking. So for those that are on the Israelite School of Biblical History, Practical Knowledge, share and tell them to like the new page here in Norfolk. All right. Upcoming events: we have the Day of Atonement coming up on the 6th. That's going to be this Sunday. All right. We're going to afflict our spirit for this new year coming up. All right. And we want to do this in unity. Again, it's going to be sundown, October the 6th, which is Sunday night, sundown until Monday sundown. All right, so we're trying to do this all in unity. Feast of Tabernacles, October the 11th through October the 18th. So we're going to be feasting for that whole week. So if you're in the area, come by. You know, I know a lot of people are in, New York and certain things. If you only can make a couple days, come on out. Again, this is October the 11th through October the 18th. All right, if you want to check us out in other avenues, we have a cable show technically we're changing that. It's going to be recorded. we're gonna not do it live. We're gonna record it. Right. Yeah. So we're gonna record those. But we do have Brother Mashaba. All right. So Brother Mashaba has a blog talk radio every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. You can check that out at blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba, MASHAHBA Mashaba. And that is every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. We have Israelwear. You can check out the sisters page on Facebook, Israelwear, where they fringe any shirts, pants. They make your armbands, your headbands, your tunics, anything that you want, any design. The sisters can do it. All right, hit them up on Facebook. Go ahead and get that. Get your Israelite apparel out. There's a lot of our people that know about the Hebrew Israelites, and they know you by your fringes, man. So it's an easy way to interact, for them to come up to you and say shalom, man. They love to see the strength. So go ahead and get your apparel ready. Get it up and going, all right? Again, that is Everything Israelwear on Facebook. If you want to contact a priest, you can hit up Priest Kazaki at the number 281-707-2737. And we ask, if it's during class, text only. Again, if it's during class, text only. Priest S.O.W, his number is going to be 303-557-89 7979. If you don't have a phone, listen, get a computer, hit the library, email us, isbhbk@isbhbk.org, and we'll go ahead and get back to your concerns or questions, whatever you may have. All right? And, you know, all those that have been given, we appreciate it, but continue to give pens, pads, whatever that you can, your apocryphers, your Bibles, your dictionaries, your notepads. Again, we're doing this for our people and for their learning. And if you want to send in your alms, whatever you want to give, we greatly appreciate it, because it's going to the body, it's going to the school, the rent, it's going to the lights, the internet that we have, and all the other things that we're doing out here in VA for street speaking. You know, going out there with the generator. We need speakers out there. We have a speaker, but we need a larger one so that we can go ahead and hit all areas, man. Hit them from the front, hit them from the back. You can't escape the word. All right. But with that, we greatly appreciate it. And any questions?
Yeah, we can go to some.
All right. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and send that through. All right. We can go ahead and answer a couple questions. And if not, we'll go ahead and go straight into class. But we'll go ahead and wait for everybody to log in.
That brother Chief that we met. That brother Chief that we met out on Saturday. Do you got his number?
I wasn't out there with you.
Oh, ask REI for it. What's that? What do we got?
Briefly explain why the Pharisee and John's disciples fast and Joshua and his disciples did not fast. Matthew chapter 9, verse 14 to 17.
Matthew's 9, 14 to 17. Matthew's 9, 14 to 17. Go ahead and read that out.
Matthew chapter 9, verse 14. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not? And Yahushua said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them?
Right. So the question is in Matthew's 9, verse 14. Shalom. The answer, he's telling us. He's telling us the answer in the next verse. He's telling us. You know, remember, fasting and praying, you know, what was John the Baptist and his apostles fasting for? Think about it. Let's think about it. What were they fasting for?
The appearance of the Messiah, I'm assuming.
Right, the appearance of the Messiah. They fasted to see the Messiah. They fasted to see the prophecies come to pass. That's what they were fasting for. Right? So the Messiah shows up. Why would I need to fast when I got him here with me? Think about it. When Yahushua comes back, are we going to fast? No. We're going to have righteousness with us. So why would we need to fast? Fasting is what? To afflict your soul, right? Pain, suffering, you know what I mean? Affliction. Most High to hear your voice. But if Yahushua is sitting with you, what would the point will you need to fast when you got the Messiah, the answers right with you? You wouldn't. That's the point that Yahushua is making in the next verse. Go ahead and read that.
Verse 16.
15.
15. And Yahushua said unto them, can the children of the bride chamber mourn, as long as the bridegroom is with them. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast.
Right, and then they're going to fast. Why? Because all those answers that Yahushua was giving them, the peace, the understanding, the joy, the comfort that they were getting, they're not going to have that no more. They wouldn't have that. So in the context of what he was speaking about fasting, he was saying that it wasn't necessary for them to fast and to pray, right? Because what they were praying and fasting for came to pass. Came to pass. Yahushua was sitting there. Yeah, y'all get that?
Come.
When Yahushua comes, what are we praying for? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We're praying that Yahushua comes back. When he comes back, why would we need to fast and pray? The answers are going to be answered on top of all the other scriptures on what he's going to lay back down on the earth. Righteousness, peace, comfort, right? Delivering the fatherless, open up the eyes of the blind, right? Letting the main walk. You know, we're not going to need that because we're going to have him accessible to us. Where's that at?
Matthew 13, 17.
Yep.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 17.
That is it.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 17.
Matthew 13 and 17. Matthew 13 and 17. It's going to be loud. Amen. Do me a favor. Give me a chair. Give me a chair and put it right there. And let's see if we can get it to blow without it making all that noise. Por favor. Grab that for her, please. Let him get it, sis. All right, so read that while he's doing that chair thing.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 17.
Matthew 13 verse 17. Go ahead.
17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see.
He's answering it like, no, it's got to be on the floor. Yeah, because this shakes. Yeah, there you go. And then put that on there. Let's see if it makes noise. Sis, listening on that? Right, go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
Right.
And to hear those things which ye hear,
right,
and have not heard them.
So a lot of the prophets in the past, they wanted to be sitting down there with Yahushua. Right. Why would you fast and pray when the king is there with you? So this is what he was trying to show them. When he leaves, then it would be necessary for them to fast and pray and to mourn, because that's what was going to be needed when Yahushua is gone. Go ahead.
Hear ye.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, that really, to me, that was a simple one. I mean, was there something else that you were looking for in that question? But really, that's that. All right. Okay. All right.
Sir,
we're going over questions, so if you got any, spit hot fire.
All right, so we got a question. Change is growth. Shalom. My question is about the Day of Atonement. Some say no food, no water, and then some say only no food. Is there any scripture that says no to both? What's wrong if you only have water that day?
Let's go to the Day of Atonement. Let's go to the Day of Atonement. You got your Zander, man?
Yes, sir.
Could you hear it? Oh, it's good? Yeah. Yeah, go. You can go there.
27.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 20, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your power.
And I'm sure he's saying right now, yeah, I know it's a day of atonement. I know it says afflict your soul, but I want verbatim where it says no food and water. Because he's a Hebrew Israelite, and it's not that it's just not that easy for us. Right? So he wants where it says no food and no water. You see that? So when you read about afflicting our soul and you think of what it's saying there, read that part again.
Also in the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you.
Right.
And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Right. So how are we afflicting? How are we afflicting our souls? How does one person afflict their soul and put a strain on your mental? That's what it's saying. Right? Because the soul is not tangible. Right?
Okay.
But we know the soul dwells in the mind, in the brain. Right? I mean, if we wanted to technically look at it that way, that's your connection.
Okay.
Right? Esau calls it the signals and electricity. We know the soul dwells in your mind, in your brain. So how do you afflict the soul? I mean, you got to think about this. How do you afflict the soul? Yeah, you cut it off from everything, right? From everything on the outside. So, I know what you're looking for, but it's not there. It's only there with understanding.
Okay.
It's only there with understanding. I have not read no scripture, and we're going to look, that tells you on the Day of Atonement. You found it?
Isaiah 58:3.
Right, you can go there. You can go there. But that's the thing, that afflicting your soul is doing things outside of what is comfortable to you, to man, which is what? Obviously, everything is going to be an affliction when you restrain from it, right?
Okay.
But are you more afflicted with eating and not eating and drinking, or drinking or not eating, or both? You see that? Where you at?
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 3.
Isaiah 58, verse 3. Go ahead.
Wherefore have we fasted, say they, thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul,
Right?
and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast you find pleasure, and exact all your labors.
Right? What you got?
No, I was looking for fast.
Right, looking for fast. Right. So, once again, the brother that asked the question, I know he's saying, well, or a sister?
Yeah.
Right. Because when y'all talk like that, excuse me for my boldness in this, but there is no they. There is, to me, is what the scriptures say. So when you say they, you're saying to me is people that want to make it easy on themselves, and people that want to really afflict their soul. So, like I said, excuse me for my boldness, but To me, there is no they. There's what the scriptures say and who wants to make it easy on themselves. There's what people online that just came up out of nowhere and you give them authority by what they're talking about because they're running their mouth, as opposed to what the knowledge says. Afflict your soul. How do you afflict your soul? Meditate on that. Think about that. How do we fast? What was a fast? So I want you to look that word fast up. You got some?
It says it again in verse 5.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it.
Read down
Verse
8.
5. Is it
Yeah,
such-
read down to verse 8. Go ahead.
Read down, before we go back to 4. Start at 4 then?
Yeah.
Verse 4. Behold, he fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness.
Uh-huh.
Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high.
Right.
Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul?
Right.
Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush?
So it's telling you how we fasted. You would bow down your head, you would not eat, you would not drink, you would bow down your head, you would pray to the Most High. This is when you get into fasting. Okay, go ahead.
And to spread sackcloth and ashes under him.
Uh-huh.
Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord?
Right.
Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free?
Right. So the Most High sees our carnal fast, but he's showing us about the spiritual fast, because everything is supposed to be spiritual.
Yep.
Remember, we know the law, but Yahweh Shai brought the spirit of the law. So as we layer these things and we lay the law down, the foundation, and then we lay the spirit of the law on top of that to give us the full understanding, let's think about it. What things do we feel restricted in what we're doing? We feel restricted in when you don't eat, when you don't drink, when you don't do none of those things that the flesh yearns for. It yearns for these things. So the fast was no food, no water, because that was going to really afflict your soul. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do a fast with no food and drink water, right? So that's we understand that when it comes to fasting, because you even know that physically. What you got?
Nah, just Judith 4 and 13.
Go ahead.
Read Judith chapter 4 and verse 13.
Did you get on the fast?
Yes.
What's up?
On verse 10, it says, and if thou drop out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, what does that mean?
Meaning that he's telling them here, you're doing all these carnal things, but what about taking care of the hunger? The ones that's thirsty, the people that's needing things. He's like, that's what fast you're supposed to be fasting on. You know what I mean? Fast from your own self and start giving to other people. So Isaiah's going in on the spiritual aspect. Yeah, you can bow down your head, you cannot eat, you can throw blood rushes on your head, right? And you can go through all these motions, but really the Most High is desiring that spiritual man to do spiritual things, right? What you was gonna say?
This is just the definition of fast.
Right.
Just basic whenever you deal with the Oxford, all right? It's fast. Abstain from all or some kinds of food or drink.
Right. That's fasting. Like, now you can do modified fast, but the idea of a fast was no food, no drink. You got modified fasts, and there's nothing wrong with that at other times, but this Day of Atonement fast to afflict your soul, it wasn't going to be, it means that. What is going to afflict you? What is going to make you afflicted? Watch. Look up finish that, and then we'll go to the next definition.
It says, abstain from all or some kinds of foods or drink, especially as a religious observance.
Right.
And that's it.
Right. Now look up afflict.
Oh, yeah. You know, and one good thing as well is that, you know, the scripture says, Romans chapter 15 verse 4, that all these things were written for our learning. Because we'll see how our forefathers actually fasted, and what they did to afflict their body. Was it just food? Was it both water and food? You know, so we're gonna get a couple scriptures on that. Afflict. All right, it says to give to the body or mind pain, which is continued or of some permanence, to grieve or to distress.
There you go. And that's why I said it's easy. It's easy to go through a fast and not eat. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's easy. But go through a fast and not eat and drink. That's going to tear you up. Now, if you say, well, it's not easy, Kazakia. Right. And that's how much more it's not going to be easy for you to do both. So either way you put it, the outcome of the fast is supposed to be a afflicted soul. Right? Is it going to come by abstaining from one or for both? So that's why it's not hard for me to understand it. Yeah. On the topic? Go ahead. Do me a favor. Talk a little bit louder. Do me a favor, Rock. Grab that mic, plug it in so they can hear him, and we don't have to always repeat what he's saying. Is it right there? It's in the back. But go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying. Move swiftly, bro.
When you said microphones in the back, Jesus was in the wilderness. 40 and 49 fasting, of course. But isn't it? I guess I'm asking. One purpose of fasting is to make the spirit stronger.
Right, to make their spirit stronger. Right.
To resist temptation. Wouldn't that be an example of fasting also?
Yeah, it is. It is. But you got these. You got these cats online, bruh. They want to act like fasting. Now, Yahweh Shai, I've heard it recently, not from me going online because I stay away from the idiocracy, but somebody told me that they're saying now Yahweh Shai didn't fast for food and water. So that's where a lot of these questions come from, is a lot of people stay online and then it throws thoughts in their mind and they're like, well, what is real fast? Like, to me, a no-brainer. Fasting is afflicting your soul. In doing that.
I got you.
Right. So, there's nothing wrong with the question. I'm just saying that, trying to relate to the brother where a lot of these thoughts come from. Right, so I'm looking for this other one.
Check mic.
23, 20. So, go to Acts. Go to Acts 23, verse 20.
Acts chapter 23, verse 20. And he said, the Jews have agreed to desire thee, that thou wouldst bring down Paul tomorrow into the council, as though they would require somewhat of him more perfect. But do not thou yield unto them, for there lie in wait for him of them more than 40 men.
Right, because they wanted to kill him. Go ahead.
Which have bound themselves with an oath, and they will neither eat nor drink till they have killed him. And now they are ready. Are they ready?
Why? Why to eating and drinking? What is going to make you be more weak? Right? More physically drained? Right? More where your spirit gets exerted. It's going to be food and water. That's why it says afflict your soul. So you can see like why they didn't give themselves to food and drink. So we knew the reason why it's not written in the law what it was, because we understood, just as we read in the definition, that it was about food and drink. It wasn't just about food and then you being easy on yourself and then you drinking water. That's not going to afflict you. So, yeah, I mean, that's the way you're going to get that question answered, because it doesn't say verbatim. So, anything else on that? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so any other questions? Anything online? Did you have anything on? Go ahead, come with it. You got it.
What is it? Ephesians 5. Talks about forgiveness.
It says what?
Ephesians 5.
Uh-huh.
I guess that is a chapter about forgiveness.
Turn it all the way up. Master volume. It's Ephesians 5. It talks about forgiveness.
Right.
Okay.
Now, so because the thing was, I just overheard it on the radio today where the woman took young man that was in the home.
Uh-huh.
So she came in and caught the shower while he was in high school.
Okay.
Thought she was in her apartment, but she wasn't. I can't remember exactly what verse I remember Shalom God said on the radio about. But he was saying how the Bible, don't listen to the Bible because of this particular verse, that have certain verses in there that make you say the slave, he's still in that slave mind or whatever. And pretty much saying that a slave should be given his oppressor
Right.
or his master.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to get it, I guess, see if we can expound on that.
Right. Right. Well, the law, very good point. Should we forgive the slave master? Right? Well, who was the law talking to? So the law, right, was talking to the Israelites. Go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20. And this is what we got to understand. When he was talking to them, he was talking to them about their brothers. He wasn't talking about the nations. Why? See, and this is the problem with that. They don't understand. People don't read the Bible. It's like, show me where the Philistines were forgiven. Like, it would be an easy no-brainer if they put all the pieces of the Bible together and thought that way. But what they're doing is their logic is coming from one point of lack of understanding. It's not coming from the entirety of the pie to be able to say, wait a minute, they didn't forgive the understandings. The Amalekites, they didn't forgive them. Samuel, we're going to go there. It said, oh, surely the time is past. It said, we're going to get that one in Samuel 15. So, no, it was talking to the Israelites when it said, forgive your neighbor, forgive your brother. Okay, so read that.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
He showeth his word unto Jacob,
Right.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Go ahead.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
There you go. So the problem is that the nations got a hold of this Bible, and they did what it was written they were going to do. They took our salvation, they took our word, and they used it against us. Even the Jews nowadays, like we were talking about when you read in the law, it tells you that when it comes to your brother, you can't charge usury, but you can do it to the nations. See, they use that against us. So they took the Bible and used it against us. It says that in the law that if you get an animal that died in the road, you can't sell that to an Israelite brother, but you can sell it to the nations. So the law was, there's certain parts of the law that was meant for us, that and how we deal with the other nations. In the law, you can have a servant, or I'm going to use this word, a maid or a maid servant, right, of an Israelite, but you were supposed to respect him correctly as a brother. You see that? So this is what they're not getting. The law was for Israel. Read it again. Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He what?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Go ahead.
And as for his judgment.
As for his what?
His judgment.
So it's clear that judging and making the correct decisions, right? They don't know. They don't know. Watch, read on.
They have not known them.
They have not known them. So how would they know on who it's talking to and what it's talking about? Right? The law wasn't given to them. What you got?
Deuteronomy 14, verse 21.
Deuteronomy 14 and 21. Yeah, Deuteronomy 14 and 21. What I wanted to do was, before we go to those points, if you watch how I bring things out, I like to build up. So I want to add a little more scriptures on the law, just showing that the law wasn't given to the nations.
Psalm 78 and 5. Go
to Psalm 78 and 5. And then, good one, but let us remember he's new. So let's give him a little bit of arsenal for him to come back and establish the point and say, listen, this is what the Bible says. He have not dealt so with any nations, right? So what you got, Psalm 78 and 5. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 78, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
For he established a testimony in Jacob,
and
appointed a law in Israel,
right,
which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
Right. So you see that? Man, the Most High has given the Israelites the laws, statutes, and commandments. So when he was talking to the children of Israel, or us coming out of Egypt, was every nation on the earth there? No. It was Israelites that were brought out of Egypt, and some little scattered Egyptians that we married in. But every nation wasn't there. The other nations in there, it was just Israel, right? And a few mingled seed, right? So no, this wasn't meant for everybody. These were the laws. I have not dealt so with any nation, right?
Joel 2:27.
Go to Joel 2 verse 27. Joel 2 verse 27.
I'll look for that. Start getting scriptures on taking vengeance on
Joel chapter 2 verse 27.
Enemies.
And
Joel, hold on 1 second. Joel, wait till he get it. We be moving so fast like ninjas. I hate when we do that because we start flipping through and it be like,
Cats are trying to play catch up.
yeah, we don't want to do that. So, go ahead.
Joel chapter 2 verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your power, and none else.
Right. Go. You see that? So he was in the midst of Israel, right? The Most High is giving these laws to Israel. Go ahead.
and my people shall never be ashamed.
Right. Go from there. Go to Deuteronomy 14:2. We got to throw that in there, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2.
We got to throw that one in there. It got to be in there. It's a must. Deuteronomy 14:2. We go to Deuteronomy. There you go. Go ahead and read that. Deuteronomy 14:2.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. Above all the nations that are upon the earth.
So, why? Why did he not give them the laws? Because those weren't his people. See, so the laws pertained unto Israel, right? Because Israel was his chosen, right? You found that one?
No.
Right. I want to find this other one. Right. So, what other one do we have on that? Did you finish that?
Yes, sir.
What are we going to pull? Deuteronomy what?
7:6.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 7:6. Read that one while I look for this other one. I want to get this killer right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power.
Right.
The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people.
He did what?
Hath chosen thee to be a special people.
But see, but a lot of people don't know how to read the Bible, right? So what we're going to do, go to Deuteronomy 1 and verse 1 to give context to understand who exactly Moses was speaking to in Deuteronomy, this book here. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. Everybody's, oh, he was talking to everybody. Everybody's special. Well, let's see what the Bible says. Let's get some understanding how it was written and who the author of the book was talking to. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Read that again.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Yeah, Moses was speaking to Israel only. Read.
On the side of this side Jordan.
Yeah, so they were at a specific area on the side of Jordan. Read.
In the wilderness.
Okay, now go back to Deuteronomy 7:6. So you understand that Moses is still speaking to the children of Israel. Read where you at.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power.
Yeah, Israel's a holy people. Because even when you look at us, we are, man. Got the best skin complexion. You know what I'm saying? Most athletic individuals. Highly intellectual. Read.
The Lord thy power.
Let me say this. I got to say this on that point. We know we're beautiful people. We know our skin complexion is what the Most High want. But what makes us beautiful is what?
The law.
The law. You understand that? All right. Because the reason why, because we have children in Israel that don't have the chocolate complexion. So we got to understand that it's beyond skin color. Right? We know we're beautiful people. Right? We know all nations want to look like us. Yes, and that's made us beautiful. But really, what is the only thing? I mean, let's be real. Have you ever seen a beautiful Indian woman, Hindu? Hell yeah, you have. Let's not be. Come on, man. The Most High made all nations. A lot of people from the nations are good looking. This ain't about being good looking. This ain't about fair skin. It's about the laws that separated us from all the other nations. Y'all got that? Okay, I just wanted to add that. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a what?
To be a special people.
Right.
Unto himself.
Right.
Above all peoples that are upon the face of the earth.
Right. So this is one of the attributes, is the reason why the Most High chose us, because he did put his law, his statutes within us that made us shine above all the other nations. You know, but again, going back to Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1, Moses was only speaking to Israel.
Give me that Ecclesiasticus 45 verse 5. There's another one too, man. It's in it might be in Wisdom of Solomon, where it talks about wisdom, and it says that he put that wisdom within Israel. It's dope. It's dope. I gotta find it, but let's start with this one real quick. Ecclesiastes 45 verse 5.
Ecclesiastes chapter 45, verse 5. He made him to hear his voice and brought him into a dark cloud.
Right?
And gave him commandments before his face.
Right. That's what he did to Moses. Why? Read on.
Even the law of life and knowledge.
Right.
That he might teach Jacob his covenants.
That's what the Most High did to Israel. He gave that to Moses to give to Jacob. He didn't give that to everybody. You see that? So a lot of these laws pertain to Israel. Go ahead.
And Israel his judgments.
Right, and Israel his judgments. One more. Go to Baruch 2:28.
Baruch chapter 2 verse 28.
Baruch 2:28. Go ahead.
Yeah, no rush. We got you, man.
Yeah, it's in the Apocrypha. My bad. Baruch 2:28. I forgot how that scripture goes. Go ahead when you're ready.
Baruch chapter 2 verse 28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel.
Right.
Say, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations.
Right. So, and that's what happened. Right? Now let's go to Deuteronomy. That, you know, that way you got an onslaught to show these people, okay, the Most High, you don't understand that this book, this history is of a people, a nation. You know, it's like your wife writing you a love letter and another man picking it up. He getting all happy, and then he just read at the end, to my dear John. Right? This ain't had nothing to do with you, bro. You see that? This is for me. This love letter was written to the Israelites. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
Right.
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates.
And the reason why we're going here is just to show you, brother, that the law of how we were to deal with each other was different than how we would deal with the nations. Like, nah, bro, there was no, we thrashed the nations. We thrashed the nations. The nations was getting it. You know what I mean? We was destroying them. Now, we know nowadays, wisdom, you're not going to, somebody drive down the block, you walk into a Walmart and a guy walks in and starts shooting everybody in the Walmart and kills your family. You're not going to go look for the guy when they catch him in jail and then I'm going to get myself arrested because I'm going to go kill him. Wisdom it's not going to happen like that. Nobody's going to go reap vengeance. You understand? Because when it comes down to stuff like that, you got to realize what the Most High did that anyway. Right? You're not going to do that. You're not going to go out and reap vengeance on whether Jew or Gentile. You see that? But at the same time, who do we forgive? And who has been forgiven? You see that? So go to and Quatazai went over a lot of these the other day. Go to Ecclesiastes, was it 39?
Yeah.
Or is it 39? Forgive thy brother the hurt. And then we'll go into the law too on there. Go to Leviticus 19 and 11 first, and then we'll go to the Apocrypha. Let's knock it out in the law, and then go where they quoted the law. So Leviticus 19 and 11, right? No, not 19:11. Forgive thy brother the hurt. Where's? I'm having a brain fart. 19:17. 19 and 17. My bad. Leviticus 19 and 17. On down.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother
You over there flicking, huh?
in thy heart.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Now, key points here, brother. Read it again.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in
The
thy
the
heart.
what?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother.
Thy brother. All right. Now we go back to the one in Deuteronomy 2, because I think we skipped over that he put, because we got to go back and go through those precepts. But here it's telling you thy brother. It's not talking about the nations, not talking about the Gentiles, because we didn't do that. If you would say, well, yeah, it was supposed to be to everybody, we didn't do that. We was blazing up the other nations. So for you to say that is not biblically true. Vengeance is coming to them. You see that? Watch, read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Thy what?
Thy neighbor.
Now your neighbor was that Israelite. It was that Israelite. Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Right?
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's love thy neighbor as thyself. There it is. But thy brother. See, you read that first part, that brings everything in perspective. He wasn't talking about everybody. So no, you don't supposed to do it to your brother. So yeah, of course the white man took the Bible and used it against us. What fool wouldn't?
Right. It's like going back to the movie Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Esau. Ooh, I need that power. Yeah, come on. What are you gonna do with it? He gonna spread the righteous word, the good word?
Nah, he's gonna use it against the righteous.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Go ahead.
So far as that forgiveness to your Israel,
Microphone.
there is no
That's all right.
for me to not have forgiveness for them, is it wrong for me not to say, if they say, please forgive me, and I say, I have no forgiveness for them. So is it wrong to have no forgiveness for them?
What you should come back and say is, listen, you don't got to ask forgiveness from me. You got to ask forgiveness from the Most High. He's the one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to do nothing. I can't do nothing. Now, in essence, are you supposed to be walking around with anger? On the other hand, you supposed to be walking around with anger and ready to wreak vengeance on them? Not now. You know what I mean? So for you to walk around like that anyway ain't feasible. The scriptures say vengeance is the Lord's, right? It says anger rests in the bosom of fools. It says wrath killeth the foolish man, I think it is. It slayeth the fool. So, you know, when I see, I was telling them the other day when, you know, a few years back, I went through this whole thing where I was going through the tunnel of YouTube of looking all that the cops did. Bro, you know how angry that made me? And how they was killing us? And I was like, it almost got me out of the spirit because I started getting emotional. But that's why the Most High said anger rests in the bosom of fools. Because no, we can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? Go and look at Roots. Go and look at Django.
Goodbye, Uncle Tom.
Go look at Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
Right? There was another one, Uncle Tom's Cabin or something.
Yeah.
Was it something like that? Or it was Goodbye Uncle Tom. Maybe
Goodbye,
it was
Uncle
that.
Tom.
Yeah, go look at those. You gonna want to go kill white folks right when you walk out your house.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? We can't do nothing about that. So there's two things that gotta be taught here. We know that the Most High has not forgotten. Right? You understand that, right? Okay, go to Psalms 149, verse 7. The Most High has not forgotten. Got to get you my favorite one. Esdras. It says, let me get this for you. Read that where you're at when you get it. Let him get it. This is the blood of the... Ooh.
Psalm chapter 149, verse 7.
No, go ahead, read.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Oh, read up. Let's read up, man. Let's
Where you at?
get a little. Let's get a little. You know, this is where I start getting it. Like Quadazab said, he's excited.
All right. So
Read
start
from verse
tapping.
1. This is where I get excited. But once again, we can't do nothing about it. Like, I can get excited all I want. What is that going to mean? I can get angry all I want. What is that going to mean? Does it mean that if your child walking down the street gets popped,
Yep.
white man, black man, what could you do? Nothing. Right? But sit back, and I had this conversation before. First of all, the Most High said, sword, famine, the teeth of wild beasts, fire is for the wicked, for vengeance. You ain't just getting popped for nothing.
Right.
It don't work like that.
That decree was sent out for a reason.
Yeah, you just randomly get shot.
In the face.
You think it works like that, bro? Hell no. The Most High did something. We was talking about that today. I kept driving over these bridges to get this furniture my rib got from Facebook. But it was like, man, if this bridge just fell through, but that only happens like you got to be doing something. Like your ticket, the Most High's got to say, man, I'm gonna take you out, but I'm gonna take you out to make a point too.
An astonishing way.
So who you taking vengeance on when the Lord took vengeance on you? It's the right way to look at things according to the scriptures, because you're not going to go take vengeance on nobody. So I'm not saying that either. The scriptures don't promote that. But at the same time, forgiving? That ain't no forgiveness. Why? Because the Most High ain't forgiving you. We're remembering. We're going to remember what you did because the Most High remembers.
Like David said, I hate them that hate you.
Right. Right. We're going to go there too. Go ahead and read this. Psalms 149.
Psalm 149, verse 1.
Right.
Praise ye the Lord.
Right.
Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
Right.
Let them praise his name.
You know that's Yahweh Shai. Read.
In the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp.
Right. And this is listen, that's how we should be, man. Joyous, because our time is near, man, of coming back into our strength. These wicked individuals falling down. Read.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
He does what?
Taketh pleasure in his people.
Yeah, the Most High take pleasure in us, man. No matter what we go through. We're going through it for a time, but he takes pleasure in us, man, because he has a reward waiting for us. Read.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Come on, because it's coming. Read.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
And you got to see how this is about to switch just a little bit. The tone is switching because this is the joy that we have, man. We have the joy because this wicked society is coming down. These individuals that beat upon us, hung us on trees, did our forefathers wrong, they got to, listen, payment is due, man. Read.
Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth.
Why? Because we're praying for this, man. We're asking for our salvation. We're asking for the enemy to be destroyed. Read.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah, two-edged, man. Come on. Read. For what?
To execute vengeance
upon
the heathen.
Read that again.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
And the word heathen is not talking about Israelites. We're talking about those outside of Israel, man, that were perpetual and consistent in their hate against us. Read that again.
Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth,
right,
and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Come on.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
But let's get in detail on what this execution of vengeance is going to entail. Read.
And punishment upon the people.
Yeah, punishment upon their people. Edomites, Jergasites. All these wicked nations, man. Hamites. All of them. Cushites. You got to go to. Read.
To bind their kings with chains.
To do what?
To bind their kings
Now,
with chains.
now, does that sound like the Most High forgot? No, he ain't forgot. Right? Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters.
And their what?
Their nobles with fetters.
Yeah, Prince Charles, Princess Anne, Queen Anne. Duke this, duke that. Lay down, put your hands behind your back. You're going into captivity, man. You're going down. Bro, they promote wickedness, man. You don't know what they do behind them closed doors. All of them. Yes, your guys from Spain, they gotta go, man.
I'm putting cases on all you niggas.
All y'all got, because they live in lavish, man.
All y'all gotta go.
Right.
I'm snitching on everybody.
Right. We just trying to pay rent, man.
Right.
These cats is floating on boats and yachts. Like, for real? You know what I'm saying? Eating lavish. Eating healthy.
Come on, finish that real quick.
Read.
To bind their kings with chains.
Right.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
Right, so that's not forgiveness.
Nope.
Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
The what?
The judgment written.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That the judgment written is not going to stop. It's not going to end. The Most High word don't go out void. What was the judgment that was written against these nations? You see that? Even all the way when you go to the New Testament and you got John the Baptist's father and he's speaking and giving praise about Yahushua. One of my favorite scriptures, man. Because why? This is all the way in the New Testament, and you can start seeing the ideas. You can start seeing the ideas of these righteous men in the New Testament. What did they think? Right? Let's go there real quick, and then we're going to jump back to Psalms 1. We're going to go over to Psalms 137.
Luke 1, you want to start at verse 51? Or?
Yeah, Luke 1 and you said 1 what?
51, you want to start at 51?
It's Luke 1 and 67. Luke 1 and 67. Read that.
Luke 1 verse 67.
Uh-huh.
And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying, Blessed be the Lord power of Israel,
Uh-huh.
for he hath visited and redeemed his people,
Right.
and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David,
Right.
as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began,
Right.
that we should be saved from our enemies.
He said from the world, as from the world began, that we should be what?
Saved from our enemies.
So what was the transition from the Greeks, the Babylonians, the Persian Medes, the Assyrians? Nothing. We still under our enemies. What is the difference now? We still want to get the hell up from our enemies. Why all these heathens and peoples and nations is trying to make us part of this kingdom? We want to be free from our enemies. And what is that going to take? He's going to take vengeance on our enemies. They're not our friends because they say they are, because they give you better housing or welfare. Let my people go. That's what this is about. Let my people go. He's not let us go. So we're still under our enemies. Go back to Psalms 137 and start at verse 1. One of my favorite Psalms right here.
Psalms 137 verse 1.
Go ahead.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we
Get something more
remembered
straight to the
Zion.
point like we're doing.
We hang our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
Right?
For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
Right? They required of us a song. Go ahead and sing us one of those songs.
Some old Negro spirituals.
What is it? Woe over the water, something like that.
Wade in
over
the water,
right? They, like sing us that song, nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sweet Lord.
Sweet, you're right. You singing to them, and that's all it be. That's all it became is a song. Go ahead.
And they that wasted us required of us mercy.
Yeah, they require, and that's what the hell are these demons doing now to us? You want to get us in captivity and require us a mirth. Oh, be happy with it, nigga. You get welfare like everybody else. Be happy with it, nigga. We gave you a job. Be happy with it, nigga. You listen, you're in a democracy. I'm not happy with this damn place. Like, people got to understand that real warriors, real men of Israel will never bow to this kingdom. The only thing is this: the Most High is holding our hand back because Yahweh Shai gets the first blow.
Right.
That's all it is, which is due to him. Yahweh Shai gets the blow, but we bombing next. But Yahweh Shai is going to start this, and that's the only problem with a lot of Hebrew Israelites. We think, oh, we're going to set it off. Yahweh Shai is going to set it off. We ain't going to set it off. Go ahead. Come on.
Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Read.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Right.
If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
Read on.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Right.
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right.
O daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Who ought to be destroyed.
Read.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast
Wait,
served.
that what? Reward. Bro, they ain't gonna skip. No nations escape this reward. No nations are gonna escape the written reward and promise due to their ass. They got a reward, a promise. The Most High said his word don't go out void. So they can play Christianity, all the hell they want. That's for the birds. The Most High got something for them, just like he had something for the children of God. I always say it when it comes to this subject. How's the children of God going to suffer a mighty ass whooping, but you think everybody else gets a pass? How does that work? They're getting what is promised to them, right? Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be.
You see that? As thou hast what?
Served us.
Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Does that seem like peace, joy, and forgiveness?
Right.
No, you got to do like they do. Oh, the Old Testament don't matter. I bet it don't.
Right.
I bet it don't matter.
You try not to make it matter.
It's funny because this monkey, one of the white dudes that debates everybody.
Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone.
What is his name?
I said Post Malone.
Yeah, he
Broke
called
down
me
Malone.
up and he tried to get me to debate. I said, man, we not like these other brothers. I said, I ain't got time to debate. I'm too busy. I said, I'm too busy to sit down with you and argue the points that brothers already argue with you. It's pointless. I was like, and we started getting a little chat about it, but it was about the Apocrypha. And I was like, well, it says in the Apocrypha, it says, blah, 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 that the Most High, that Esau is the end of the world. Oh, well, I don't believe in the Apocrypha. I said, I bet you don't.
Yeah.
You know why? Because all these promises that the Most High said about Esau in the Apocrypha.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Of course, he don't believe he's Esau. You know what I mean? But my thing is this: vengeance is gonna come to the nations. You see that? So that's not forgiving. That's not letting go, right? You got some?
Yeah, I do.
Revelations 13, 9, and 10. Go ahead and read that.
Right.
Revelations 13, 9, and 10.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
Revelations 13, 9, and 10. Come on.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yeah.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Why is that? First of all, why is that thrown in the middle of Revelations when you're talking about all these spiritual things? Who's the only ones? It wasn't the Jews that had us in captivity. John the Revelator put that in there for a reason. He that leadeth into captivity, go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Yeah.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience.
Here's the what?
Patience.
What are we waiting for?
Patience.
That they must get killed by the sword. That's what the patience is. And what?
And the faith.
And the what?
The faith.
What faith do we have? That he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Everybody want to talk about faith, right? That's our patience and faith.
Right.
That we waiting that the enemy is overthrown. Right? No, how has God forgotten? Go to 1 Thessalonians. Is it a righteous thing? 1:9 or something?
Oh yeah. Day of Vengeance.
To recompense tribulation? Get that one real quick. Judgment that is written. I like that.
That's 13.
Oh, second.
Is it 2 Thessalonians?
No, I was sure.
It's First Thessalonians? Right. Yo, here, let me get it real quick. I thought it was give me 1 second. It's
Recompense.
I thought it was Thessalonians. I could be wrong. Yeah, 1:6. 2 Thessalonians 1:6. My bad, y'all. 2 Thessalonians 1:6.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6.
Yeah.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, there you go. You see that? That's in the new. That's for the New Testament ones, right? That Revelations 13. You know, 2 Thessalonians. They need those. The Most High, right, is going to pay them back.
Come.
Right? Go to Colossians 3 and I'm having a brain fart on this one. Whatsoever man soweth?
Yeah.
Galatians 6 and 7. There you go. There you go.
Galatians chapter 6 verse 7.
Wait till he get it.
Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
There you go. And what have they sown? Rape, robbery, murders, lies, death, bloodshed, destruction, falsehood. Right? Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Keep reading.
Verse 8. For he that soweth to the flesh.
That's it on that. Jump over to Psalm 79.
79 and verse 10. Yeah, because you know, when you look back at the track record of these heathens, the track record of Esau, bro, they are wicked as hell. Like detailed descriptions, right? Then the Most High said he's gonna dash them against the stones because that's what they did to our children.
Yeah.
Ripped them out of women. I got the book right here. Facts. I didn't write it. Facts. That's why they have to receive what they're gonna receive. Wake up and understand that. Y'all thought it was a joke, huh? Y'all thought y'all was finna get smooth away with it. Not according to these scriptures. Read where you at.
Psalm chapter 79 verse 10.
Come on.
Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their power?
Right, that's what they're saying. Like, where is their power? Where's their hope? Who's gonna save them? We're gonna do whatever we want to. Freelance. The road's open. I'm gonna go 100 miles an hour. Like, bro, there's a speed limit. Same thing with Esau. It's like you didn't have to go that far. You didn't have to rip babies out of women's stomachs, go into women's and do abortions and take out their womanly parts for fun. Read.
Let him be known among the heathen.
Come on.
In our sight, by the revenging of the blood of thy servants.
Yeah, see, the Most High said his power is going to be known by taking vengeance upon the heathen. Keep reading.
Which is shed. Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power. Preserve those that are appointed to die.
Read that again.
Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power.
Right.
Preserve thou those that are appointed to die.
Right, they're appointed to die. Sorry, I didn't. It's like any type of judicial case, right?
Yeah.
If you killed somebody, you got to go against the judge and the jury. Some may be appointed to death. Think about it. These cats, like, you got people doing life in prison for like non-violent crimes, but these individuals have been shedding blood, stealing
centuries, man.
For centuries.
Yep.
So you don't think that they got something coming? A little recompense? Got to give over a couple duckies, that's it? No, we need something more than that. like the mafia. We need blood. You done knocked out my son, I need your son. And that's how the Most High is dealing. Oh, the title of the book? It's called A Brief Account of the Destruction of the Indies. Bartholomew de la Casa. All right, keep reading. Verse 12.
Verse 12. And render unto our neighbors sevenfold.
Do what?
And render unto our neighbors sevenfold.
Yeah, that's the number of completion. Sevenfold, man. It got to be done over and over for them to understand that what you did was wrong. Yeah. And the Most High is the God of Israel. That's the power, because they're making mockery out of us. They're making mockery out of the Most High like he's not real. Yeah. Okay. He's trying to give y'all subtle signs with certain destructions, earthquakes, mudslides, got animals eating up grown women. He's trying to show you signs, but you ain't hearing that.
Nah, you know what? That Psalms 139, he requires of us a mirth, meaning they want us to be happy with the crumbs. They want us to be happy being beat down, mocked.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for them to take all of our glory, you know what I mean, and mock us and take our power and our riches. They want us to love this society. Hell nah. Don't never love it. Nah. You got to hate this society. But a right wisdom hate. Not angry backyard skinhead hate. With wisdom, understanding why the Most High hates this kingdom. Because they're a destructive, bloodshedding, lying, deceptive nation. Right? And all the other nations that put their hand to that, they're part of that. Right? What else? Was that it?
No, keep finish it.
Verse 13. So we thy people and sheep of thy pasture.
That's it. I thought you didn't finish verse 12.
And render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach wherewith they have reproached thee, O Lord.
Yeah, man. They get whatever you put out, you reap what you sow.
Yeah, go to 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. And you can start at verse 4.
2nd Esdras 15, verse 4.
2nd Esdras 15 and 4.
Dang.
Go ahead.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
So we're talking about the last days, right? We're talking about when the Most High finally concludes this. Go ahead.
Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Go ahead.
The sword.
Right?
Famine.
Right? Which is happening now, right? Because this is the accumulation to the end. He's bringing the sword. Go ahead.
Death.
Right?
And destruction.
Read.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Read.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And the hurtful works are what?
Fulfilled.
It don't sound like he's forgetting. You got a God that doesn't forget. So when they talk about forgetting and forgiveness, listen, the Most High ain't forgiving the wicked unless they do what? turn.
Yep.
Turn to righteous. Right? He's giving them many chances.
What do they say? My life is tedious.
Yeah. He's giving them many chances for them to turn back to the Most High.
Come.
Right? To stop this. But does it look like they're stopping it anytime soon?
They're going full steam ahead.
No, they're going full steam, right? Going to hell in a handbasket. Go ahead. Come on.
Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Right.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Read.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Right.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Read.
Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
Read.
which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they exceed, that they wickedly exercise themselves.
Right. I'm not suffering them, meaning that there's going to be a point where the Most High is just done. Mercy is done. Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries out unto thee.
You know how much blood is crying to the Lord? You think the Most High forgets that those souls of the just dying, the souls of the righteous,
Dead Israelites.
the dead Israelites, the chosen, that are crying to the Most High? Go ahead.
The souls of the just complain continually.
Read.
And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them.
I will what?
Surely avenge them.
Man, the Most High is about vengeance, payback. He's not going to let this go. Go ahead.
The big payback.
And receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
You see that? So all that blood that's been shed from how long ago? From all of our people? All the billions of Hebrew Israelites that died in the slaughter of Columbus.
Yep.
Their occupation of America. Right now, all the way from Columbus, landing here till the so-called pilgrims, right? The Most High ain't forgot that. It's payback, the big payback. I got one more. Hold on. Psalms 9 and 12. Go to Psalms 9 and 12.
Psalm 59, verse 12.
Right. Read that.
When he makes inquisition for blood.
Right. So this shows you right what Ezra was saying. He's going to make what?
Inquisition for blood.
No, he forgets about the blood. He forgets about it, man. All the murders and deaths and wicked people and all the drugs and abortions. Oh, the Most High forget. God is a loving God. He is a loving God. That's why he's a master at knowing how to wipe you from the face of the earth. You see, his love is not our love. He loves you so much that he knows how to destroy you, to get you away from everybody else. I got to take this wicked being off the face of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
That's love. And that's what he's going to do to the wicked. He's going to make an inquisition of the blood. Go ahead.
He remembereth them. He forgetteth.
No. He forgetteth.
He remembereth them.
He
forgetteth not.
He what?
He forgetteth not.
The Most High forgets.
He forgetteth not.
Read.
The cry of the humble.
Read.
Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them.
You understand this? That's why David knows, listen, he wants to be, he's like, listen, please remember me. I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of them. Remember me, O Lord. I'm on your side. What you got? What you got?
Nah, this is just Psalms 9, Psalm 7.
One more, and then you can jump where you at. Go to Revelation 6 and 10. I just got these sequence, and then I'll let you come in. Revelation 6 and 10. Yeah.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 10.
Read that.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood?
Wait a minute. Not in the New Testament. The New Testament, my Jesus in the New Testament, he forgives everybody. Right. My God is not a God of vengeance. This is where they shut the Bible off. Well, if the God of the Bible, yes, the God of the Bible is a just God, and they want him to be the guy that forgets, lets everything slide. You could be wicked your whole life, do dirt your whole life, murder, kill babies, sell dope to your damn grandma, and then you're supposed to be forgiven. He says vengeance. Go ahead.
Doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
You see that? The Most High has not forgotten. So squash that. Where you at?
You can go to give me Psalms. Actually, give me Isaiah 3 and 11. Hit that real quick. Isaiah 3 and 11. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 11.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 11. Woe unto the wicked.
Woe unto who?
The wicked.
The righteous.
The wicked.
Yeah, those that are doing it contrary to the Most High. Those that aren't listening to his, again, like I said, his signs, listening to the scriptures, listening to the advice. Read.
It shall be ill with them.
Yeah, it's going to be ill with you, man. All those that are wicked. Even the 2/3 is going to be ill with you if you don't want to hearken and listen. Read.
For the reward of his hands shall be given him.
Yeah, the reward of what you've done with your hands. The reward of how you spoiled, took, robbed, deceived. Bro, you're going to have the reward for your hand. Like I was going to show just in that book. And I was in the island of the island of Hispaniola. When you deal with
Show it.
this is the book called A Brief Destruction of the Indies, but it goes on every island coming up from South America all the way to Central America, man, in the islands. You got Dominica, you got Jamaica, Cuba. But this is one of the this is just a little quick excerpt from the book, and this is going about the island of Hispaniola. Island of Hispaniola is Dominican Republic, all right? But it says, this is page 11, all right? Let me hit it. They snatched young babes from the mother's breast and then dashed out the brains of those innocents against the rocks.
Yep.
Others they cast into rivers, scoffing and jeering them, and called upon their bodies when falling with derision the true testimony of their cruelty. Just showing that they were laughing and enjoying that. When you go down, it says, I saw, this is Bartholomew de la Casa's account of being there and seeing this. This is true facts. I saw 4 and 5 of their most powerful lords laid on these, what is it called?
Gridius. Yeah, gridirons.
Gridirons,
Yeah.
and thereon roasted.
Oh.
And not far off, 2 or 3 more overspread with the same commodity, man's flesh, with the shrill clamorous which were heard there being offensive to the captain. That's what he said. So they were roasting individuals on a roaster, right? A couple of lords or the elders of Island of Hispaniola. But it says, since they were squealing and yelling, this is what they did. It says, whose name and parents at several are not unknown to me, prohibited the doing of, but stopped gags into their mouths to prevent hearing of the noise. He himself making the fire till that they died. When they had been roasted as long as he thought convenient, I was an eyewitness of these and an innumerable number of other cruelties. So when you start hearing these scriptures about vengeance of the Most High upon the heathen, you understand why. Because they had no chill button. They had no pause. Let me think about what I'm doing. Think about that. They roasted grown men. But it shows you how far gone they are. That's why the Most High said, when you read back to Isaiah 11, read that again.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 11.
Come on.
Woe unto the wicked.
Read.
It shall be ill with him.
It's going to be ill. It's over. You're going to be in a bad case. Read.
For the reward of his hands.
For the reward of his hands, because they've been doing that for generations. I can keep flipping. Jamaica. If you want me to hit the Virgin Islands, Guatemala, Honduras. They didn't stop. Mexico, Puerto Rico, Puerto Riches. And then our people here in America with slavery. How much more, even back in our land, when they seized Israel? Come on, man. Go ahead.
I got scriptures on that.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 15.
That's what I was
Bible.
looking
Yeah.
for. Requires. That's what I was looking for.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
And then I was studying it's like a year ago. The average lifespan of a Brazilian slave was 23 years old.
Dang.
I'm going to be 30 next
Get
month.
on that microphone. Microphone.
The average lifespan of a slave in Brazil.
There you go.
The average lifespan of a slave in Brazil was 23 years old.
Dang.
I mean, that was like, an old age for them. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15.
You don't gotta read it. You gotta read it.
You don't gotta read it through there. Just your question. Yeah. It's gonna be too loud.
Yeah. You good. It's all right.
That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been.
Right.
And the Most High required that which is past.
Yeah, you gotta turn that
Turn it off.
Yeah, just showing that the Most High does require which is past. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Especially for these wicked individuals that's running across the earth, that's wanting to do what they want to do. Judgment is coming. But like back in Revelations, that's the patience of the saints, man. We understand that judgment is coming. Just like the so-called judgment that came on Esau, was that yesterday? That was found guilty of murdering her next door neighbor for nothing. But the sad part about it, they gave her 10 years. 10 years for murdering somebody for nothing, man. Then they said they actually had a whole jury system of Israelites. Judah was on deck. Say it again. Right. Come on, that was awful. That's all for show, man.
Yeah.
But it's sad because our people are really.
If it was Judah, throw them under the cage and burn them. And
Bro, we got killed for whistling and looking at individuals. Think about that. Killed.
Well, they got 75 years for killing a police dog.
75 years for killing a police dog. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Go to Psalm 7:11. Psalm chapter 7 and verse 11.
That's it. I have.
Psalm chapter 7 verse 11.
Uh-huh.
The Most High judges the righteous.
Right.
And Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
Come on, man. So the wicked can't get a pass. All those that choose to sin, transgress against the Most High's ordinances and laws, the Most High is mad with you. Everybody really think that they can smoke crack, strip, prostitute, kill, murder, and be okay? Where? That's crazy to have that mentality. But that's Esau, because Esau is trying to bring everybody into that. Everything's okay. Nah, it ain't going to be okay. Keep on doing that if you want to, because it's coming for you anyway. But they trying to bring everybody into that. Let's just act let's act as we want to, do as I will. Craziness. The Most High said he's mad at the wicked every day. Read.
Yep.
If he turn not.
If he what?
If he turn not.
So if you don't stop doing your wicked acts, your wicked deeds, if you don't stop acting how sly and slick you are, if you don't stop doing your murderous tactics and your stealing or giving back what you stole and robbed, read.
He will wet his sword.
The Most High gonna wet that sword, man. With what? He ain't talking about water. Nah. It's flesh. He gonna wet that sword, man. That's how you listen. Who talk like this anyway? I'm gonna wet my sword on you, man.
Right.
Like, think about that. You must want me to wet my sword. Like, if my dad told me that, I'd be like, oh God, hands up, don't shoot that. Most High said, I'm gonna wet my sword. Read.
He hath bent his bow and made it ready.
Come on.
He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
Yeah, man. These guys got it coming to him. Read.
He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Come on.
Behold, he travailed with iniquity and hath conceived mischief.
Yeah, this wicked individual, they do that. They traveleth with iniquity wherever they go to. They cause iniquity, murder. We can go all day on murder, man. That's sad.
We can go all day on payback.
Yeah, the big payback. Everybody need to listen to that song today. What you thought James Brown was talking about? In the spirit. He was in the spirit when he made that, man.
Right.
It's the big payback. Read.
And brought forth falsehood.
Right, come on.
He made a pit
Yeah,
and digged it.
he made his own pit, man. He made his own choices. That's why that Isaiah 3:11 about you get rewarded for what you've done with your hand. He did it himself, man. Causing all that iniquity, doing all this wickedness, you cause your own destruction. Read.
And brought forth false. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Come on, man, because they're going down. Read.
His mischief shall return upon his own head,
Read.
and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own plate.
Yeah, that's why even that last class, Proverbs 11:21. Even though you join hand in hand with the wicked, they shall not go unpunished. They got it. It don't matter how much you want to cry for the white man, cry for these wicked individuals. They dug their own ditch. They caused their own calamity, their own destruction. Read.
I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness.
Because I'm definitely doing that. I'm praising the Most High to destroy these wicked individuals, to stop their influence on our children, to stop their influence on our righteous, soft-spirited people, man. Read.
And will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High.
Because it's beautiful. Because they got to come down, man. How haughty and lofty are they? Oh, Esau. It's time for you to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for you to go.
Yeah. Did that? You got an onslaught right there. Arsenal to just murder, death, kill right there.
I think we had another.
Of course you got another one.
No.
You got 10 more.
No, they got a question.
Oh, they got a question? What do they got?
Oh, that's right. Okay. The question is there a difference between Levitical law and all other laws?
A Levitical law and all other laws?
Yes.
No. No, all the laws are the same. A law is a law. A law is a law. Like Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, Deuteronomy is the Torah. Tawrah, law. Those were all laws. So Christ's law, when Christ quoted, what did he quote? The Torah. It was the same law. There was no different laws. Right? He even said it. If you go to Matthew's 5. Matthew's 5:21.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time.
Right. So what did Christ quote? He quoted all the things that was of old time. It's the same thing. All he was doing is giving understanding in the law. So there's no difference between any laws that the Most High in the Spirit ordained. So unless I'm not seeing your question correctly or understanding that correctly, let me know. But all laws of the Most High that he gave us is a law. All right? What else? Yeah, you got a lot, Ak. You got a lot to be able to go through and chop that madness up.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to, I guess, not really, I wouldn't say have an arrogance about knowing the truth? I guess, is it wrong to say, if I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong? Like, if someone tells me, well, what you believe in, or what you see, or what you're reading is your own interpretation, and just, say what you're reading is not right. You're not reading the Bible right.
You're not reading the Bible correctly, right?
Is it wrong for me to say, well, if I'm wrong, prove it. Show me.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the first intro to getting into a debate. Right? Which is, if I'm wrong, you got to prove it to show me I'm wrong. We live off of that. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Right? Read that.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Prove all things.
Right.
Hold fast to that which is good.
So, you know, if you're going to be able to get in this conversation, well, like I know you probably are, with a lot of new people in your family and they being in the church, you know, for you to say that, they got to do it. You know, show me where I'm wrong at. You know what I mean? They got to be able to go through the Bible and show you.
Right. We had a discussion about the Christmas tree. We had a discussion about the Christmas tree, and I was telling them, like, well, I can't put it out in the trash this week, but it's going in the trash next week.
Right.
So it was like, well, where does it say that in the Bible? And I showed them, of course. But it was like, well, it really don't mean that because it say gold and silver trim. And I was like, you still dress your tree. It don't matter what color you put it in.
Right.
It's the same difference.
Right.
So it was like, and I kept telling them, just prove that I'm wrong. Just show me where I'm wrong. You can show me, then it's like, okay, I can see, but you can't. And that's why I kept telling them,
Show me where Christ or any of the New Testament or Old, where they, for custom towards Yahweh Shai, set up a tree. That doesn't make it very simple. Just show me it. It's not in there. See, they don't want to let go, man. Our people, bruh, our people are stubborn as hell.
Yep.
They don't want to let go. I was reading it the other day in Proverbs. It says, wisdom is plain, easy to be understood. You know, the knowledge is easy. This ain't hard. He even says, through the foolishness of preaching. The thing is that a lot of people don't want to let go a lot of things, and they're trying to overthink them. They're trying to make it easy on them, because that's what the flesh does. I want to make it easy on myself, because he that knoweth to do good and doeth it not is sin unto him. So they know that conscience is what makes you do what you do. So they're trying to make it easy on their conscience. So they're not going to be able to prove it. Yeah, you going through that, trying to wake up your loved ones.
Yeah.
I think that is just the way I go about it. The way I go about it is I'll just say, hey, now you pork, and it's a whole discussion about now you pork. Well, I'm not putting the Christmas tree this year. A whole discussion about it. Well, I probably won't be here for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be here for Thanksgiving.
Right.
Discussion about that. So it's like, it's just me more of saying, hey, stuff I'm not doing.
Right.
My way of saying, like, you really need to start reading the Bible. And it's like, even people that I know that holds titles, got these degrees in Bible studies and went to college for Bible, and they don't know
Nothing.
And
They
it's like-
don't know basic things of the Bible.
Right. Because I mean, I grew up in church and I learned all the different stories.
Right.
And it's like now I'm literally going through back through every story
And reading.
and reading it, and I'm like chopping it up every single time. I'm like, hold on, all the three wise men, the nativity is false.
Right.
Baptism wasn't like they say it should be. And it's like
That's that American ideology, American way of reading the Bible, American. You know, they took the Bible and made it a money source. And how, you know, from the Roman Catholic Church way back to all the way now, that's been the thing. It went away from really being about the Most High in Christ and following His commandments. I don't care what king, if they were black or white. A lot of our kings went off, you know what I mean, and not followed the commandments of the Most High, because we know a lot of them were black back then. A lot of those kings in Europe were black. You know, until it transitioned to them being white, they were still off. It doesn't matter. So yeah, but this is sharpening your sword, though. It's sharpening your sword. So more and more as you go through this, because it'll end after a while, and then it'll start turning on you. It'll start turning back to the spiritual man. You correcting and dealing with a lot of things within yourselves. And then that's when it really gets tough. You know what I mean? When that fire, when you're baptized with fire. So that's going to happen, you know, but it's getting you sharper and ready to be that teacher. But it's like you said, you realize they don't know crap. They don't know basic stories. Like, nah, it don't say that. That's not what it says. Look.
They couldn't even tell me his name. I was like, tell me God's name. They couldn't even tell me.
Right.
Got all them a whole bunch of different titles. Who God named for me. They could not flat out say his name.
Right.
That was, I was like, okay, so you don't know.
Right.
So it's like, man.
Oh yeah, you going in. You going in.
Right.
Like, I'm a lot of the mystery, and you're not even looking at it in one way. I'm like looking at it like this, you're like way down here. I'm like,
Right.
you're not even seeing it.
Most of them is not even reading the Bible to make a real decision from the Bible. Like I'm asking you to show me out of the Bible, and you can't do that. I'm not saying go nowhere else. I'm saying show me right here, and they won't do it.
Yeah, the first excuse I gave is, what Bible you reading? I'm like, I'm reading King James. Well, you know King James, okay? I was like, see, what's the purpose of you reading the Bible?
Right. But I thought you were supposed to be a Bible person. Now all of a sudden, you King James is
This
James.
Bible?
Like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay. You know what I noticed though was cold. Now, don't recommend it, but maybe 1% of the time, using the NIV on them. The NIV rips, bruh. There's certain verses in there that will. I was like going through Proverbs. I was like, dang. Because, you know, as I'm reading, I'll go through different versions and see how they change it. And they change a lot, you know what I mean, which is not good. Because it changed the context of the verse. I was doing that the other day with Proverbs, and I was like, going through the verse, I was like, you can see certain verses, they'll stick to it and just reword it. But certain verses, they add, and it takes away the point of what the verse is really saying. But sometimes you got to be like, what Bible you got? All right, let's use that one. And but you got to study though. You got to be studying and knowing what verses you can use. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it, they change it. But that's the point of studying. You got to get real verse in whatever translation. You know what I mean? Then you'll be able to go to it and say, listen, I use the King James Bible because it's the closest to the Hebrew, closest text that we have, right? But let's go, what Bible you got? It rips them up, man. You can go to the new NIV in a lot of verses, or go straight to the point and chop their dang head off. So they just don't read the Bible at all. It don't matter. Yeah.
I did that with my grandparents with the King James and Hebrew, and broke it down with them, and they still ask me, what course does it take to learn Hebrew? Because they have to learn how knowledgeable he was.
Right.
And so just being able to say the difference of it
Yeah.
is helpful too. And
Yeah.
that's my 7-year-old
Right.
are praising him for being so knowledgeable.
And that's basic Hebrew. That's like, you don't have to be a total scholar. You just have to know the basics of the Hebrew. And being able to go through in these words, they go crazy. And that's what you're going to learn. Bro, it's going to take you a good year, and you're going to be far advanced as, you know what I mean? Now, here's what we've always wanted to do. Like Paul did. Have that family, right? Have them invite you and start taking over their churches.
No, it's crazy. My mom literally said, you need to come to Bible study. I said, no,
You don't want me to go in.
I said, you're going to.
I'm going to go in there. Help. Let me go in. I'll go in with the suit, like the Rain Man.
He's gonna be like this.
Right. And I'm going to be writing down.
That's what she said. This is what she said at this time.
And then I was like, because she keep talking, you need to go. I don't know. I said, you know, I said, I can't hold my tongue. Because it's like, it's a lot of stuff that's not being said. And it's like, it's time out for the fake stuff. That's why I told her a long time ago. I said, I couldn't come back to church.
Right. Talk through there so they can hear your conversation.
I was saying I couldn't come back to church because I'm tired of prosperity preaching.
Right.
You know, it's like obviously I'm getting pulled away because I'm tired of it.
Right.
So that's why I couldn't go back. I'm like, now you want me to come back in here because you think I'm going crazy or something. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can come back. I can sit there.
Funny thing is, what did the church that never gave you that much knowledge in your life? The church never gave us that much knowledge to actually sit down and read the Bible. I haven't met nobody.
Oh no.
And the only reason I talked about vocab alone, I laughed. He was like, "What you laughing at?" I was like, "You're a white boy, huh?" I was like, "You're pretty knowledgeable," because all he does is he do like us. He sit down and watch all of our street speakings. But there's nobody that really ever teaches like a Hebrew Israelite. But he taught like a Hebrew Israelite, right? Try to, because he still was using precepts like, it's like he didn't still understand like the Bible speaks opposite of what you're saying on this point, but that's where he was getting it from. But what you're gonna learn, you're gonna be way more advanced. Just remember, knowledge puffeth up, charity edifieth. Yep. Understand that, be strategic, like I keep saying, because you gotta like learn how to go in there, man, and blaze them, but not blaze them.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That is like the hardest part. It's like I throw a little crumb here and walk away, see what happens. But it's like it goes from a little crumb all of a sudden
To a blazing flame, really.
You want to throw the crumb.
Right, it's like I just throw that little fire.
You throw a little match,
He was like, nah.
It's like, what the heck? All I said was,
Right, that's all I said.
you know what I mean? That's when you get in and say, listen, you know what? Y'all don't want me to get into it because all you got to do is read the Bible. Shalom. They be like, no, we want you to get, nah. Really? Do you really want me to go in? Let them pull you in and say, okay, remember, you asked for this. So I'm going to just show you. Look at these verses right here.
Yep.
That's how you do it. Open them up. Get them thinking,
It's like something of an alley. It's like we throw it up there and see the catch.
Yeah. You got any more questions? All right. So, anybody online? All right.
Oh yeah, that question about the Levitical.
Yeah.
That was from Dorothy Branch.
Okay.
And it was a question that it was a woman, I guess, that she talked with. She said, that's what I thought. This is to be dethroned. That's what I thought. Lady attempted to imply that the Day of Atonement was Levitical and unnecessary.
Oh, well, then you got to go. Let's do it for Dorothy. Dorothy, you got to go to Matthew 5:17. Anytime anybody comes with that, the Old Testament is done away with, just remember one Bible verse that will chop all that madness up. Matthew 5:17, and show them like, listen, that's not true because that's not what Christ said. What's that?
Now somebody said some Christians get cut by the King James Bible and then say, ain't that the white book?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who got the, go ahead and read that, Matthew 5:17.
Matthew 5, verse 17.
This is for Dorothy. Dorothy, you got to note this. Armor up. Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. What? Read on.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass.
So you got to ask them, Dorothy, is heaven and earth pass? Right? Now, this is what I'm saying about the NIV, or this is the international version of the Bible, right? This is Matthew 5:17. Do not think that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill them. You see how it cut straight to the point? See? But to fulfill them, meaning to do them. Because I tell you with certainly that until heaven and earth disappear, not one letter or one stroke of a letter will disappear from the law.
Ooh,
that's why I'm trying to tell you, bro. You gotta like use it on them. Like, nah. It says nothing's gonna disappear until everything's been accomplished.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Why you gotta know the versions? Because certain scriptures you can, certain you gotta watch out from. But that's why we use the King James version, because you don't have to worry about that uncertainty. You know what I mean? Like in the some of the NIVs, they say Christ was glowing as opposed to burnt. So you got to know the version. So use it to your You use it because you know what the scriptures say according to the scriptures and how they change it. See? So yeah.
They actually took out the verse that says the Son of Man came to save that which is lost. They took out that it's out of it.
It's out of what version?
It's missing out of NIV.
NIV? What's that? Matthew's I came to save that was lost. That's 18:11. Matthew's 18:11, right? For the Son of Man has came to save. Matthew's 18:11.
Yes, sir.
Got it right.
It's in this one. So, but in Matthew's 18:11 it says, "For the Son of Man came to save the lost."
They had a whole.
But even that, you see that? The lost, as opposed to came to say which was lost. You see why you got to watch it, but then, so yeah, these NIVs and ISVs. This is the ISV.
It's American Standard Version.
Yeah, you got to watch them because, but you can, if you're smart, you know how to use them to get your point across. So yeah, but that's for you, Dorothy. Go ahead and hit them with that. Next time they come with that, laws done away with. And if you want to add to your notes, Romans 3:31 and Romans 6 verse 15. Those are my go-to New Testament, chop them up quick, the law's not done away with scriptures. Those three scriptures that they can't avoid it. Paul said it, Yahweh Shai said it. Anything else is y'all not understanding all the other verses. Right. All right, so with that, y'all know the deal. We are going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to say it again. Please, please, please. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers, so we're able with our phones to street speak and go live from our phones. We need y'all to get it out, get the word out, share, like, share, subscribe the videos, so we can get to 1,000 subscribers and kind of build this channel. We thank y'all, brothers and sisters. Let's say shalom to them. Shalom. We'll see y'all mañanas.